It's guitar time, and we're going to go post this link on our website, denverguitarorchestra.com. You should go there. It's awesome. And you should grab the sheet music for today. Today's songs are, he's waiting for it to catch up. Today's songs are playing Summertime, Farmer in the Dell, A-Tisket, A-Tasket, and All Through the Night. It's level 4, 1, 2, and 3 is in that order. I put level 4 on first because people actually want to know. They think they want to know how to play Summertime. And Tuesday, this is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, September, this is 23rd, 23rd. Click, link to join, Command V, Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open, update, no color, and this has to all be orange because it's got to match. And then we double check for spacing, and then we hit update. All right, and that should get everybody rolling in here momentarily. Elizabeth is here. Better color now. Yeah, this morning I was very sepia toned. I added a light. I need to add another light, I think. It's such a challenging between the microphones. I think we finally got the microphones worked out, but now with the sun pouring like crazy into this room, it's too much for these little cameras on these computers, and so I I had to put up some blackout shades. Make sure this is working, which then of course caused all sorts of lighting issues for the room. Let's see if this is working. Yep, goes to the right spot. Beautiful. All right. Hey Vic, welcome in. Hi from Eugene. Elizabeth is in from northern Colorado. The rest of you, glad you're here. We're going to play some fingerstyle guitar. Now, I have to be done early today because I have a person coming down who needs their guitar dealt with in a big hurry today. So we're gonna stay focused. We're gonna knock these songs out. We're gonna play like we are getting warmed up for the Grammys, and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, Evelyn, stormy and Wednesday. Oh, you're flooding in Cuenca. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you were super up high. Four Seasons Serenade. Yeah, I know, right? Some of these places, especially mountain places, you have crazy weather every single day. Is just something after another. But stormy down there today, huh, Evelyn? Well, don't go where the water. The one thing I learned about water when we lived in Albuquerque is water can be moving along very placidly, and you think it's fine, but underneath it's super powerful. And we were at it never rains in New Mexico ever, and then we were at a baseball game when it started raining, and of course the water doesn't sink into the ground there; it just rolls off. And we ran out to get in the car. We got in the car. We started to pull out of the parking lot, and there's just this river coming down the street, and this car is going whoosh, and ends up almost going into the arroyo. They call them, culverts or ditches. This car just got stuck there, and thankfully, there's a bunch of people around who, right after the baseball game, that were able to help her get out of that car. But I learned a big lesson that day: like, don't trust running water. I have now let my coffee get all hot. It's all room temperature. It's because I've been talking all day. We're not going to talk today. We're going to play. Okay? I want to play first. Let's just do them in order. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. That probably caused your entire house to ripple with a horrible sound. Let's play Farmer in the Dell. Farmer in the Dell. Guitar. Level 1. All right, you and I both know that Farmer in the Dell is not the song you want to play as a guitarist. I know that you do want to be able to play an A chord, and I do know you want to be able to play melody. And if you can master them on this song, you can probably master them on every song. And so that's why we play Farmer in the Dell. Next week we have Row, Row, Row Your Boat. It's an awesome song. Okay, so double checking. First thing at level 1, are you holding your guitar properly? Is it up against your body? Is this at about a 45-degree angle? Is it sitting on either between your legs or on top of your lap? Where it's easy to get, where it's not going anywhere, and where this is staying in general position. If you have a classical guitar, we typically do not use a strap. If you have any other type of guitar, it's a good. We typically do use a strap. Classical guitars are a little lighter, so you can get away with not using a strap. But you'll notice a lot of classical guitar players either use a foot pedal like I use here, which puts this leg up higher, or they'll actually use this new contraption they have out now that you actually suction cup onto this side of the guitar. That way your feet can be flat on the floor and the guitar is supported by that brace. I bought one of those and I used it for a while. I decided I didn't like it, but I don't play near enough hours to make that worthwhile. Whereas in classical guitar, if you're going to get where you're playing top level, yeah, you are going to put those times in. So that's how you hold your guitar. Tuning the guitar. The phrase that pays is, I gave you a chance to say it. Now here's how you say it. Eddie, hate, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. Eddie, hate, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. E, A, D, G, B, E. Nothing else out of level 1 that you get. That should be the thing you get, that you have that memorized. Next thing we learned last week was to make a chord. This week was an A chord, index finger, 4th string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret. Okay? We want to avoid the top string if we can, not critical, but we'd rather not hit that top string, and it's 5 strings down. There's your A chord. We're going to count in 2, and then we're going to go 1, 2. The farmer in the dell. The farmer in the dell. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. Okay, that's one way to play it. Now you take these 4 fingers, pick any strings you want except for the top string. So pick 5, 4, 3, or any strings that you're comfortable with. We're going to do a collapsing knuckle here. Play the same song. 1, 2. The farmer takes a wife. The farmer takes a wife. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer takes a wife. Again, the wife takes a child. The wife takes the child. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the wife takes the child. The big thing that you should be aware of, or at least thinking about, is that this hand has never changed anything. It's just absolutely keeping the beat like I'm a drummer, and then I'm singing over the top of it. It's actually fairly easy to sing over the top of a steady beat. So the big takeaway there is when you're playing chords, make sure you keep the beat steady. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you keep it steady, and then it's easy to sing over the top of. Okay, one last time. The child takes something. The child takes the nurse. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the child takes the nurse. Let's do it one last time. The cheese stands alone. The cheese stands alone. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cheese stands alone. Okay, so the big difference between all of those ways of playing it is the texture you're using, creating with your right hand. Sometimes it's a strum, sometimes it's a pluck. At the end there, I was doing an arpeggio pattern where instead of plucking them all at the same time, I'm plucking them in order. And all 3 of those ways gives you a different texture to the song you're working on. Again, I know Farmer in the Dell wasn't high on your list of songs to play, but getting those textures will be high on your list of things you need to do to make the advanced music sounds great. Next is melody. Notice as you look through the guitar melody line, you have twos and you have zeros. That's helpful. Okay. So in other words, if you always play ones with your index finger, always play two with your middle finger, always play three with your ring finger, always play four with your pinky finger, which you generally do when you're playing in position, all of the twos are going to be here with your middle finger. However, because we've just learned the A chord, let's put that A chord on, and that's going to get us all those twos at once. The only thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to raise this finger up once in a while to get some zeros, and sometimes we're going to put it down on the first string to get a two down there. But otherwise, everything's going to be a two, so we can hold our A chord and we can play everything at once, more or less. Not quite everything. So from the top, fourth string first, then the third string in proper timing goes measure two. You have that zero at the end of the measure, so you're going to have to lift up your ring finger to hit the zero, and then you're going to put it right back down. The farmer in the Dell, farmer in the Dell. That's how that's going to go. Measure five, you're still holding your A chord. You have two zeros, which are already open when you're holding that chord, so hit those. Hi, ho, and take your ring finger, drop it down onto the two of the first string, play that, the, and then take it right back up, stereo, and raise that ring finger up one last time, the, and then put it right back down, farmer, I lied, now pick it up one more time, in the Dell. Okay, so you're making modifications with your ring finger depending on sometimes this second string needs to be open and sometimes the first string needs to be at two. Okay, let's play the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. We're in two. I'm going to count two and then we're going to go 1, 2. One more time. Okay. Notice I always hold on to my last chord for a while to make sure that I get all of the sound I can possibly get out of this guitar, let it ring out as long as I can. Okay, so that's what we're working on there. Can you just play it with one finger? Absolutely. You could do this. That absolutely works. Just using your middle finger on all those. The problem is you're doing a whole lot more work by moving that all around and increasing your likelihood for error when if we just hold this, we got all, everybody's already held down, and we just have to move our ring finger a little bit. So we're looking for less work. That's what we're really looking for, seeing how little work we can possibly get away with doing. Okay, finally, for those, we don't do this in local classes face to face. We only do this online. We go ahead and play the tough acts. It is not a level 1 skill, but some of you guys have been playing this stuff for a while, and so you know, hey, you got to do tough uke. It's awesome. Tough acts. Grab the A chord, play along with me. 1, 2. pretty? It's nice when you put the whole ball of wax together. The A chord, the main melody, strumming them together, nice big thumb strums to get as much of that bass rolling around inside of your guitar. It just ends up sounding really quite lovely. Definitely worth the work, I think. I'm noticing I need a minor adjustment to my microphone. All right, there's Farmer in the Dell. Big takeaway if you're level one, can I play the A chord? Can I play the melody? That's the only thing we're working on, really. Guitar level two. Let's pull that up. Book two. We are working on, what are we working on? A-Tisket, A-Tasket. Yeah. Again, another song, not really that great of a song, but really, really great for your overall. Oh, hey, Pauline. He says, I've been here. I'm here. I'm here. Check my attendance box, right? Yeah, it's, I know, guys, it's the amount of technology challenges I've run into here and the amount that you guys add in on top of that. I get it, right? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We had chat box die earlier today, and there's no sign over here. Hey, by the way, your chat box just died. It just dies. So there you go. A-Tisket, A-Tasket is not one of those songs that you're dying to play, but the skill set again is very important here. Okay, you're step one. You already know how to tune your guitar. Already know how to hold your guitar. Now you're gonna. The big takeaway to learn on this one is going from your A chord to your E7 and back. That's the biggest part of this song. Let's play it. It's in four, so I'm going to count in three because we have a pickup note. 1, 2, 3. A-Tisket, A-Tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my love, and on the way I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it, and on the way I dropped it, a little girl, she picked it up and put it in her pocket. Okay. All you're working on there, and you want to be comfortable with this one because it's going to come up a lot. A chord, 1, 2, 3. E chord, notice you usually lead with your index finger, middle finger comes up. Normally on an E chord, you're going to lay your push down your ring finger last, but on E7, you just leave it up. And then to get back, middle finger comes up, index finger leads, middle finger goes down, ring finger goes down. Okay. And you could just do that, not even playing the guitar. You could just sit there, A chord, E7, A chord, E7, A chord, E7, A chord, E7. Teach your fingers to do what they need to do. And then all of a sudden it's easier to go bum, 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 bum. A chord, E7, chord, A. A chord, E7, chord, A. So to give you a chance to get back and forth between those two. That's an important skill. Level two, really, level two is about getting where you're comfy switching between the main chords. Every chord in level two are chords that are going to come up a lot. And so we want to get really comfortable with working both of those. By the time you get to level two, you've managed to get through level one. You're already playing melody pretty well. With this song, there's all twos and threes. So usually when I see a song that's all twos and threes, I'm either thinking maybe I'll play in second position. And so then my index finger now plays the twos and my middle finger plays the threes if I'm working on playing in position that. Or since I know it's not going any higher, I may just go ahead and play in first position and use my middle and ring finger on twos and threes. Either of those is an acceptable solution to the problem. Okay, so from the top, let's play the melody. I'll count in three. Let's play it through twice. 1, 2, 3. have is, did your eyes magically go to measure 9 when you got to the end of measure 7 the second time through? So you have a so if you accidentally play into measure 8, you're required to go back. If you are on the second time, you're not supposed to play into measure 8, so you skip over to measure 9. Little piece of highlighter, just stick it at the beginning of measure 8, and all that highlighter does is say, hey, think. Are you on the first repeat or the second repeat? If you're on the second time through the song, you don't play measure 8 and you play measures 9. Okay, there's your melody. Then in level 2, we also do get started on playing with the tough axe. Okay, let's walk through it. Start by grabbing the A chord, because that's your first chord. Get an open note, and then you're going to strum A. 0, 2, 2, O. That's exactly what you're holding. You're holding the next note is a 2. And you got to roll down probably your ring finger to get the next 2. And then roll it right back up to get a regular A chord at measure 2. Hit the 2. Push your ring finger up to the 3. And then hit the bring it back to play an A chord. Hit the open, hit the 2 again. Roll it down to hit that 2. Open back up to play a regular A chord at measure 4. A couple of 2s. Okay. And by the way, sometimes rather than running my ring finger up and pulling it back, sometimes I will just add a pinky finger and take it off. Okay, and both of those are acceptable solutions. Sometimes one's a better idea than the other. I find that it sort of depends on my mood which one I'm going to use. This one, if you use this one, sometimes you get a little buzzing, buzzing, which sounds cool sometimes. This one, you can just get a much cleaner bing, bunk, bing, bunk. Both of those are solutions that you come up with from time to time. Measure 5, you switch to your E7 chord, but you've got a 3 on the top. That's your melody note right here. So you're going to have to use your pinky finger. Probably you could use your ring finger, but it's pretty uncomfortable. Okay? So probably your pinky finger on that 3. So let's play that. You can play on E chords, you can play this top string. So play down till you hit the 3. Hit the 3 again. Then lose your pinky. Put it back on. Lose it. Nice full E7. 3. I pull up my chord to go get the 2. Open. And then I'm putting my A chord on. Remember, top string is 5, bottom string is 2 in this case. I have a rest stroke holding the first string, and then you're going to hit that 2. And then we start all over. Go back over. Let's play it 3 times through. Give you a chance to get it perfect by the 3rd time. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3. Big A chord at the end. And I talked about earlier this week, I'm adding in my pinky on that 5, bar on 2, pinky on 5, leaving the 5th string open. You get a very complete sounding A chord there, just adding the 5 on the top rather than what's written down. Sounds nice. Okay, A-Tisket, A-Tasket. That's outside of playing arpeggio patterns. That's really everything that's on that piece of paper. If you were playing arpeggio patterns, just like we did in Farmer in the Dell, A-Tisket, A-Tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my love, and on the way I dropped it. Okay, so there's that. You can also play, when we talk about chords at level 2 and above, we also started talking about arpeggio patterns because that's a level 3 skill I want you to be aware of. Okay, let's move on to level 3. I'm going to have to rush through here just a tiny bit, guys. Um, um, because we're in a hurry time-wise, I'm going to jip you a tiny bit on All Through the Night and Summertime. We'll just play them through in any way that you're comfortable with. And then tomorrow we'll start on those two, Summertime, All Through the Night, and then we'll jip the other two songs. How about that? Okay? All right, so let's play All Through the Night twice through, play down to the bottom, and then come back and play it a second time. If you are a tough axer, play it that way. If you are working on playing melody smoothly and completely and beautifully, do it that way. If you're fine, if you're working on a D chord, E chord, A chord, and G chord, this is a perfect opportunity to really nail in those level 1 songs or level 1 chords and make yourself sound beautiful. Whatever makes sense to you. Okay, grab me whatever makes sense to you here. And tomorrow we'll go into more detail on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. Guardian angel, God will send thee all through the night. Stop the drowsy hours are sleeping here, and veiled in slumber sleeping. Let it ring. In thy loving vigil keeping, shoot, all through the night. And again from the top. Isn't that pretty? That's a really nice song. Really like that tune. I notice my face is looking more and more pink. It's getting kind of hot in here. All right. Or the lighting is evolving as it's been doing today. Work on that song any way you want. That song's never going to suck, and that song's always going to make your guitar sound amazing. So it's a nice lullaby to have, and just so you know, you're playing a Sheryl Crow tune, so not all that terrible to be working on that. Let's see. Oh, Elizabeth lost power. Eek. All right. We're holding in there. Last song is Summertime, level 4 tune. And where's my, I think I'm in the wrong area of my flibberty gibbet here. Summertime. Summertime, we've had about 3 weeks, maybe 4 now, and it's given up its secrets to us. We know now the various ways to play this thing. Biggest takeaway, of course, just your E augmented chord with your C chord right underneath it with that middle finger. Let's give it a try. Big finish today, and then I got to let you go. I apologize. I have a second thing I got to get to, and I'm running a tiny bit late. Here we go. From the top, I'll count in 3. We're going to play all the way to the bottom, and then we're going to come back and we're going to play it a second time, and then we'll play all the way to the real bottom. Remember, 31 and 32 is your first repeat, so play that the first time, not the second time. From the top, very slow, very thoughtful. Do everything you can to get that E augmented followed by the C, and everything else is going to work out great. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3. Where did I blow it? Oh. Sorry. Blew the last note. There you go. So that's how it goes. Hopefully, some part of that is making sense to you. I've noticed over the last few weeks where I thought was going to be my problem was that E augmented chord, which is still giving me a little trouble, not too bad, but it's that daggone, where is it? The 1 2 3 3 that comes right after that. It when the melody notes on the three, that's where the problem is. Not when the melody notes on zero on the first string. That's been a little less problem. But my pinky just is like, nope, we're not gonna do that weirdo chord. No, what are you gonna do? Yeah, part of it. That was beautiful. Thanks again. There are 4 rivers that run through Cuenca. That's why there are occasional floods. Oh, okay. That's why. I didn't realize that, Evelyn. I thought you were sitting on top of the hill, but obviously, if there's 4 rivers and they're all coming, that's why the town ended up there. Be careful. Stay on high ground. All right. We're counting on you to be here tomorrow, Evelyn. Making progress on some parts. That's all we need, right? And you guys know, hey, Nancy, good to see you. You guys know, super complicated, super high level, super hard stuff, not meant for the weak of faint of heart. I am an I'm an okay guitarist, right? This is absolutely pushes me when we play level 4. Every single song we play in level 4, I'm being pushed. Just getting everything there. That's what it's there for, is to give you this high level stuff that's really hard to do. And maybe some parts of it just don't happen. And then in those cases, you slide down, you play through the melody a little bit, or you just play some chords for a little while and jump back up and give yourself permission to fail a lot on these. I would absolutely, if I felt like I needed to play perfect, I would not be showing up to these lessons. I'm getting better. Hopefully, you're getting better. We're all working. That's what we're working on. And again, I'm sorry for rushing just a little bit. I have to go get on to the next thing. And so I will see all of you tomorrow. Keep playing, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you soon.